Welcome to our virtual classroom. Join me for some fun learning. Hello, welcome to Legacy Lineage Online Learning. It's Miss Nicole, and we are ready for another winter story time. Can you tell? Because I'm all dressed in my winter hat and my scarf and my winter coat. And remember, I was sharing that where I live at in Connecticut, it is winter. That means that this season is the time where we have to put on heavier coats because the weather is so cold outside. The wind blows, it snows a lot. We have to put our hats on, scarves, and if you remember, we also talked about wearing mittens when we read the Mitten. And remember, we also talked about the difference between a mitten and a glove. Well, I have another story about mittens. This one is The Mystery of the Missing Red Mitten. Do you like mysteries? Do you know what a mystery is? A mystery is when there's a problem that needs to be solved and you have to figure it out. So you have to use your brain to think about what it is that you're trying to figure out. And in this story, the mystery is about the red mitten. My mitten right here is black. But this is the red mitten. I have a black mitten, but we're going to be looking for a red mitten. All right. So again, I brought along the music box. And today when I sing the storytime song, I'm going to be using the sand blocks. Can you hear that sound? I'm rubbing them together. Can you help me sing the story time? I am reading, look at me, time to put the toys away and listen to what I say. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. All right, so I'm gonna put the sand blocks away and I'm gonna get out the mystery of the red mitten. Here we go. Do you have any idea what you think might happen in this story? I like this picture. Look, get up close because this is a little book. Look it. What are they doing? What are they doing in this picture? What do we see? These kids over here have snowballs and they're hiding behind their snow fort. And these kids over here have a snow fort and I see snowballs flying. That must mean there's a fun snowball fight going on. And look, I see. How many red mittens do we see in this picture? 1, 2. She's wearing both of her red mittens. And now let's see what they're doing. All kind of fun things that you do in the snow. They are making a, what do you think this one is here? They got a big circle at the bottom. And this kid looks like he's trying to put a big circle on top. And he's rolling along another circle for the head. Think they're going to make a snowman? Like our snowman right there? And in this one, if you get up really, really close, they've laid down and made a snow angel. Of all the things to do in the snow, making snow angels are my favorite. So I'm going to tell you how to make a snow angel, okay? So wherever you are, find some space and lay down on your back, on the ground. All right, now you need to put your hands by your side as you lay down. And then if you already know what to do, go ahead. That means you've made a snow angel before. But if you don't know what to do, I'm going to help you. You start to move your arms up. And when you move your arms up, you bring your legs out, almost like a jumping jack. And then you put them down and close them. Then you open your arms and legs, and then you close your arms and legs, and then you open your arms and legs, and close your arms and legs, and then you open your arms and legs, and close your arms and legs. And once you get up, the shape or the silhouette is a angel. So the next time you have a chance, if you're around some snow, lay down in it and open and close your arms and legs and make a snow angel. So I still notice that, let's see, I see a mitten on her hand. I see her red mitten, and it's only one because we can't see her other hand. So I'm guessing that maybe she still has her mittens on. Let's find out. Oscar, I lost my other mitten. That makes 5 mittens this winter. I'm in big trouble. I'll search every place I played this morning. So after she gets ready to leave her friends, she noticed her mittens lost. So to figure it out, what did she say she was going to do? That's right, she's going to search every place she played this morning. That will mean she has to remember and recall all the places she played. Let's see. First, I went sledding with Ralph. Here's Ralph's boot, but there's no mitten. So they went sledding. Sledding is when you get on, it could be anything. They're actually sleds, but some people, they have like little discs. Well, not little, they're pretty big. They're like circles and they sit in the disc. I've even seen some children use a big hard piece of cardboard and you slide and go down on the snow because the snow is smooth and then the cardboard or the slick bottom disc or sled goes swooping down to it. So fun. All right, but she found Ralph's boot, but no mitten. Guess she has to keep looking. Oscar, if you were a bloodhound, you could track down my mitten. Look, mouse tracks. And a bloodhound is a dog that uses his sense of smell to find things. And if you see, she's telling him right above in her imagination. Let me grab the pointer so I can show you. In her imagination, she's saying, Oscar, which is her cute little dog's name, if Oscar was a bloodhound, he could sniff out her other mitten. And she says, look, mouse tracks. So she sees a mouse track. Where did we see a mouse? Where did we see a mouse? A meadow mouse, right? In the mitten story that we read before. She says, do you think that Mouse and his family are using my mitten for a sleeping bag? Now let's look at what she's seeing in her imagination. She's seeing her mitten with all the little mice sleeping inside. All the little mice are sleeping inside. She says, is that what you think happened? And look, remember in the mitten, all these animals climbed into the mitten. Just about 8 animals. And then the very last one, it all plopped out. All right, it says, I'll look around the castles we built with Herman and Ruth. And remember, they were playing and they had their snow forts. She hasn't found her mitten yet. Here's Ralph's other boot. I bet Ralph's feet are cold because he lost the first one when they were sledding, and now she found his other one. And Herman's sweater and Ruth's sock, but no mitten. So you see, all the children needed all their different winter wear. She said she had boots, a sweater, and a sock, but no mitten. Oscar, you found it. Look, look. She believes that Oscar's found it because she's looking all over through their fort. And what do you see? Something way over in the distance. And Oscar is running over. She's like, you found it. She's so excited. Let's see. Do you think it's her mitten? What was it? It was a cardinal. A cardinal is a red winter bird. A cardinal is a red winter bird. And it says, little bird, did you take my mitten? Maybe a hawk did. So now she's imagining that the hawk swooped in and took her mitten. And it says, do you think the hawk took my mitten to keep his baby's head warm? And you see she's imagining the hawk way up high in the mountains, putting that mitten on her baby hawk's head for a hat. Let's see. I wonder if I dropped my mitten while I was making the snowman to surprise Mrs. Skeltzer. Hi, Mrs. Skeltzer. Have you seen my mitten? No, Annie. But why don't you look in the garden where you were making snow angels? Maybe. So they were making a snowman for Mrs. Skeltzer. Miss Skeltzer says, I don't see it. They made a snowman for Mrs. Skeltzer. I wonder what would happen if I planted this other mitten. What would happen if she planted a mitten? What happens if you plant an apple seed? Remember we went to the apple orchard on our virtual field trip and there were trees and trees and trees and trees full of apples? That's because somebody planted an apple seed. So if you plant a mitten, what do you think you get? Maybe in the spring, a mitten tree will grow. In the fall, I pick ripe mittens. And then, if she lost one, she could just go to the tree and pick another one. Because remember, she said she lost 5 when our story started. And on Christmas, I've given mittens to my friends and family. Oscar, my hands are getting cold. Come on, Annie. I made some hot chocolate to warm you up. So Mrs. Skeltzer tells her to come inside. Mrs. Skeltzer must be a trusted friend for her to go inside and have hot chocolate. But she didn't find her mitten yet, and now her hands are cold. Mrs. Skeltzer, the snowman is melting. What's that spot on his chest? Oh, Miss Skeltzer says it's a snowman with a heart. You see? The snowman begins to melt and sees a spot right there. And it looks like a heart. And she's putting on her coat and she's running outside. Why? What do you think? My mitten was the snowman's heart. There it is right there. Her mitten actually was inside the snowman they were making. This is a very old book. It's well loved, as you can tell. And that is the end. So where was it after all? Inside the snowman. She found her mitten. All right. So to end this story time, we are going to sing a song about snowmen. Here, I'll grab my snowman so you can see him better. There he is. Let's see what happens when we take off his hat. Now his snowman head. Now his scarf. Now the rest of him. And his buttons. Now the base. Up. What happened? The snowman all melted. All right, let's put them back together again. Here we go. Ready? This is problem solving like Annie. We are figuring out how to put the snowman back on. Let's see, does this one go like this? You think this one goes like this? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's turn it around and see if it makes a round shape. Like, yeah, there we go. And you see how the buttons have lined up? All right, what goes next? His head? Does his head go next? Oh, we forgot his scarf. So we'll take off his head and put on his red scarf. Now his head and his hat. There's our snowman. So let's sing our snowman chant. Let's see, where can I put this snowman so he stays with us? Right there? Let's see, he can stay there with you guys. There he is. There's our snowman. All right. A funny little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a bunny, and what do you suppose? That bunny was very hungry, and he was looking for some lunch. He ate that snowman's nose with a crunch, crunch, crunch. See, the snowman's nose is a carrot, and he ate that snowman's nose with a crunch, crunch, crunch. Do you like that? Let's say that again. I'll move the snowman this time so you can see the words. Here we go. Let's put him back in the window so he doesn't melt. All right. Keep him nice and cool. Here we go. A funny little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a bunny. And what do you suppose? That bunny was very hungry, and he was looking for some lunch. He ate that snowman's nose with a crunch, crunch, crunch. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. And remember, you are the you in unique.